best of Gennady. And when Macklin was supposed to be the best challenger he's had, now Gil was clearly the best challenger he's had, and that's when he rises to the occasion. And the way he took out Gil was very impressive. I mean, Gil tried to throw his hardest punch, and Gennady shrugged it off and then landed a counter punch, and you saw Gil couldn't get up from it.
Is this the best you've seen him?
I think the best is still to come. I mean, it's the best so far, clearly. See, Gennady will only be measured by his competition. So, against the best competition, this was clearly a dominant performance. Taking someone out in the third round like that is, I mean, that's just, he wants to put on an exciting show.
Now, he said Cotto. Do you think what he did tonight makes Cotto even smirk or even like, yeah, that's a threat?
Cotto had a great performance against Sergio Martinez. He's a WBC middleweight champion, and that would be a great unification fight. There wouldn't be a bigger fight here in New York, in Madison Square Garden. Cotto against Golovkin, and like I was saying at the press conference, Gennady doesn't mind being the B side. He could be the C side. That's an electric fight. With Gennady's crowd that he brought tonight, and Cotto is a proven entity here at the Garden. It's a great fight.
Do you guys have?
I think Golovkin had a horseshoe in there.
Do you expect one way or the other to bring him back one more time this year?
Oh, absolutely. He'll fight again. Yeah, we have a commitment from HBO. He'll fight either October or November. We're just again, we're going back to the same thing. Get the best available guy in there, biggest name, and whoever commits to going into the ring with Gennady. That's why we give Gil a lot of credit. He didn't have to take the fight, and Gary and Gil put the fight together, and it worked out really well. It's up to Cotto. It's really up to Cotto. We can't force anyone to fight. Chavez, we were very close. We couldn't force him to get in the ring. I know Bob tried to do everything he could to get him in the ring. He had some pretty high guarantees on the table, but you can't. At the end of the day, it's who will sign the dotted line.
Tom, I said the biggest test for Gennady was the actual ticket sales. So, do you have any idea how that did tonight?
Oh, it was a great energy in the crowd. We had always scaled it for 9,000 as far as the seats plus the suites. I have to check with the Garden, but I think we were right there, right at 9,000,
so
including.
Do you think it was a successful venture to the big room?
I mean, you always take a risk going in a big arena like this, but the way we look at it, it was an investment in Gennady's career, and you can't get on a bigger stage than this. And with the electricity and the energy in the crowd, and then the Gennady again delivering in the ring, that just raises his career to a whole different level.
Not to beat a dead horse, but Monday morning, do you start making calls to Top Rank or to? I mean, just because
I've been making those calls.
I figure, but with Cotto still sitting on the side, waiting to figure things out.
For a fight. I mean, like I said, Cotto would make a lot of money on a fight with Golovkin, and it would be a unification fight.
You think HBO?
I want to tell you guys what I told Golovkin. I walked over to him. I said, whatever anybody's ever said about you, you're better than that. In all my years of boxing, and I've been a long time, he's the best 160-pounder I've ever seen. I honestly felt Gil could take him 12 rounds. He has great movement. He engaged him, but Golovkin is just too good. He's got all the tools, he's got all the moves, all the power, and he's got a style that nobody will beat him at 160.
You ever seen him run away with that kind of power?
No, he's the best 160. I've been in boxing since 1970.
Gary's going to be our new
160-pounder
I've seen. Our new publicist.
For sure.
Did you like the way
Bernie's fired.
He went right at him, which is fun for us to watch. But
yes, I thought that's the only way to engage Golovkin and show him something that everybody else is afraid to show him. And I said that he might pay the price for that style.
But tell me about. I mean, obviously you were victorious tonight in one of the fights. Tell me about Brian Jennings and what's the future for Brian Jennings.
Brian Jennings is going to fight for the WBC title as soon as Stavern and Wilder get at it. He's an engaging individual. He's a great athlete. He's got as big a personality as I've ever seen since Muhammad Ali, and I think he'll be a fan favorite.
What do you think about the scorecards? If that deduction doesn't happen, it's a draw on the scorecards.
I can't help what the judges do. I didn't have it. I had it 8-4 Jennings. I sure didn't have it split this.
What did you think about the action in the fight itself?
Well, Jennings fights more defensively than he does offensively. Yeah. He knows Mike Perez is a big puncher, so I thought he fought a smart fight. Thank you.